Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to SpeedForce Racing. My name is JB, and we're here for GP2 in the second run here in Austria. But before we do anything, let's have a look at the championship standings, because Gold Colours is in P1 ahead of Peloton in P2. Electrodan is in P3 and Yarman down in P4. Zocker is in P5, Mike Bundy is in P6, T. Jonas is in P7, Linel is in P8, Kator is in P9. Ravage rounds out the top 10 after only starting again last week. Outside of the top 10 is Fletcher Boy in P11 and Twan in P12. Smelly Badger is in P13. Austria Socks is in P14. Fester is in P15. Gaming Things is in P16. And Z3, I'm going to call him that, is in P17. Farfbra is in P18. Carl is in P19. Let's have a look at those Constructors' Championship, though, because it's all looking, as my phone goes on to 5%, it's all looking very, very blue, because Toro Rosso is still in P1 ahead of McLaren in P2. Then Mercedes is in P3 and Alfa Romeo is in P4. Williams is in P5. Red Bull is in P6. Racing Point is in P7. Haas is in P8. Ferrari is in P9 and Renault struggling to get off the mark down in P10. But I'm not alone tonight. As always, I bring in someone with me, and who have I brought in? Today I've brought in the Farfbra killer. It's Alex. How you doing, mate?
I'm very, very excited, especially when I've got my victim up there in the circuit, and I can't wait to rip him to shreds this evening. But no, it's been a difficult week for me at the Red Bull Ring. JB, you witnessed that firsthand yesterday, so. It's going to be good fun taking the mick out of Farth, especially, and loving any driver that overtakes him. So, yeah.
I think any driver that overtakes him should get an award, firstly.
Yeah, if Farth makes the podium, it will just be he doesn't get 25 points. He doesn't even get the interview. Just gets skipped. Farth is a non-entity in my race. But you can't. Me and him have a weird thing going on right now, because it's every time that he came into the chat yesterday, I crash out. And every time I'm on commentary, he seems to crash out. So it's going to be a tasty one. But no, it's going to be an interesting one, mate. Again, can you read that? I'm just going to quickly go on Twitter and get the standings up, so I'm not an absolute pleb this evening.
Well, as he's doing that, I'm actually tweeting right now from the SFR Twitter account. If you don't follow the SFR Twitter account, where have you been? It is at SFR PS4. What is the point? Even my commentators don't love me.
I just started following. You probably got a notification.
I'm literally tweeting on 5% of my phone. I haven't had time to proofread my tweet, so I hope that's right.
Oh, look at Farth. DNF. No, DNF. DNF. Oh.
So we've been given the order to head over to trackside, which is always nice and entertaining. So yes, as Alex did allude to, this is the Red Bull Ring. We love this circuit. This is the circuit where I first got my podium. It's also the circuit where Alex first got his car to break. So we're all good. We're all happy.
To be fair, I'm excited for France next week. Obviously, that's where I was leading the majority of the practice race, if you guys saw that one. So hoping to recreate that.
Yeah, a pre-season testing would be nice and fun. And this is actually going to Austria last night and then to France. Will give us a nice, good representation of the GP3 cars to see how well they have improved in the last few weeks.
I wasn't invited to the Red Bull Ring for practice, unfortunately. I think I had to go do some more things with the Royals, as I am a national treasure now. So yeah. No, but interestingly, mate, unless there's rain on the way, I think we should be seeing most drivers go for super soft tyres, so we'll see what people do. But hopefully, it looks like most people selecting, it looks like it could be a dry race, because a gamey, Supazzi coming in tonight in the Alfa Romeo from last night's proceedings. And a good race as well, I think. P4, was it not?
P3 for Supazzi, who achieved his first podium in GP3
he overtook Connor. Oh yes, he overtook Connor right at the end.
So yes, we have some interesting information, and yes, we saw rain at the end of last night's race in GP3.
Of the last night,
yeah,
you're right, JB.
I've got too much circuits right now.
Have you had too much red wine?
I'm on the Logic circuit right now, so I'm really logical because we're here in Austria. But also, how are you liking the Lederhosen right now, mate? Because I thought I'd wear this. I did sleep in a comms box, so do excuse the smell. But yes, the Lederhosen is on me tonight.
Somehow it smells better than it did yesterday. I don't know what was going on. But yeah, the Lederhosen's a lot better than most of your attire. And I'm going to follow T. Jonas around. I'm not here tomorrow. I'm in Cardiff.
Of course not, you're in
I'm
Cardiff. What am I
skipping.
about? Yeah, you're wearing
I'm
it tomorrow, you're in
skipping
Cardiff.
across to Wales. But no, I'm going to follow T. Jonas round here. If you want, I can take you to the lap. As you
Well,
go
I'm
through this first
following
corner here, you
Fevster
need to.
right now.
Oh,
He's
well.
further up the lap.
Well, then I'll just keep an eye on the McLaren, as I think the Papaya Orange is the best design. I think it's even better than the 2019 car, personally.
Oh no, I love the
It's
2019 McLaren. Don't sin.
I love it. Well,
I love
Smelly
both of them,
Badger,
fairly.
get out the way here. Yes, he will. Gives T. Johnson a nice toe as well. You can do the one stop on the ultra sauce, but it's going to be difficult. How's Fester's lap been, mate?
Vettel's lap's been pretty alright. He's coming up towards traffic right now with a Ferrari ahead of him. But mainly he may have mucked up in turn one, so I'm not sure. I probably just followed him around completely without need to, because he might have mucked it up. That looks like it might have mucked it up. But he's coming around now the final corner. He has a Ferrari ahead of him. That might give him a nice toe for the Alfa Romeo. But crossing the line now, it's a 1:05.3, but it wasn't validated. So here is T. Jonas. Take us through it, Alex.
T. Jonas going down. This is that is probably the most difficult place to invalidate across the entire calendar. Oh, 1:04.9!
That is phenomenal speed from the McLaren there. His teammate we just got on board with, though, on the super soft tyres. I doubt if he's that quick, but the 69 car might get it too. We have sector 3, we have some yellows. That's funny, actually. Pedal Solheim and T. Jonas running the same helmet. So I'm going to have words with those two about running the same helmet, because I can't tell who they are.
Maybe all I'm gonna say, we have the design for that, mate. But we have the design of our dashboard here. But Peter Solheim, interested in going for the super softs and maybe only doing one running quali then. Otherwise, we'll go with the teammate. Yarm on the softs. That's a really good time. All things considered.
Too. What can? Oh, well, you're joking me. You're actually kidding. What has he got in that car? Is it a rocket?
I don't think T. Jonas' lap on the ultra softs is all that good in comparison to the rest of these times. Yarm only 4 tenths behind. Mike Bundy 9 tenths behind. You're really looking at that kind of gap there for the ultra 4 tenths.
With the Daniel Kvyat helmet on the soft tyres, so I'll see what he can do. Crossing the line, it's a 1:05.5, which puts him ahead of most of the soft runners, barring Yarum.
Yeah, Yarm with a very good time, man. But the Solheim, though, we might not see him again today, you know.
I think as the track rubbers in, he's going to have to think about coming out. Now, the 49 car, ZE3, I'm going to stick with calling him that, is out on track. Ferrari driver, I think he's returning to SFR after a few weeks away.
All I'm saying is, mate, look at a certain yellow car that's just can't on circuit.
That is the noise they're going to make for the rest of the commentary session.
I was talking to Lee Nels about to start his lap here. I said he should go for a top 5 tonight. He didn't seem too confident though. He's done no practice apart from the 4 laps that he set. But he had very good race pace yesterday. He set the fastest lap whilst he was around.
Oh, Z3's wide. What can he do? Crossing the line. He goes 4th on the soft tyres.
He's gone 2 laps on those tyres as well, so he's definitely not. But you know, to be fair, he's literally as close to your arm as possible. Well, let's go down there with a very solid time as well. Him, Carl. Not the best time in the Williams. He needs to be doing better than that if he wants to be up there with the boys. But again, well, they can't be on softs. But far.
It looks like he's invalidated that lap. Yeah.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha.
We're going to get done by the Drivers Association in a minute, because there is such a thing as the SFR Drivers Association, and they do like to go after the commentary.
Oh no, but they being fart. It's a mutual thing.
Mutual hatred, yeah. Here is Lee Nell. Said, man, last night we were over in Japan, me and Lee driving the Super Formula car, so quick flight back to Austria, and we're both comfortable here. So
but you said you slept in the comms box, so how?
Yeah, I didn't say I was here all night, did I? I may have slept here. Lee Nell crossed the line, so 1:08.1 on the soft tyres. So not extracting the most of his Red Bull as of yet.
No, Farth though about to start his next lap. Oh, he's gone wide off the start of that. Is that an invalidation off the bat? He's running with it, so I'm actually going to follow Farth through here. Farth didn't invalidate it though, so it was a very weird. He didn't use very much ERS. Maybe he thought, I'll use the tyres to heat up in that lap, and I'll probably go for another lap. But that's still not. If he wasn't using ERS, that's a solid time from Farth.
In all of this time, Danik has gone up to P7, matching his teammate. Electro Dan has jumped Yaro, and Mike Bundy has jumped both of them and gone up to P3. So they're pushing their soft tyres to the absolute limit tonight, aren't they?
Well, they need to get as many laps as you can. The soft tyres are essentially the mediums tonight. The more you run on them, the faster they'll get for a couple laps. So, you know, might as well. Farth, though, what can he do? Gets one tyre on the grass there. We know Farth, very clean driver, not at the best of seasons, although I took the mick out of him. Very clean, very nice driver. So, what can we see him do in this run? And we know he's better than no points. He can really mix up with the boys as long as he has a clean race, which we know he's capable of. Farfar coming down here again, very difficult moment. He's gone wide. Will that be an invalidation? Yes. I don't know, because he did slow it down. We'll come across the line. No, but it's P8. He can extract more from that lap, and he's probably got enough battery just about to do it, but so he's got the fuel, mate.
Well, here's his teammate. Gaming Things just starting his lap, so we'll leave him alone for a bit. Ravad struggling to get a lap in. Here's Gorkola's championship leader in the Toro Rosso, all the way down in P17 after not setting a lap time. What do you reckon the Toro Rossos can do tonight? Festa jumps into P2.
But I think this shows how good of a lap Peder Solheim has had, you know. That's a cracking time by Peder Solheim.
It truly is.
I think this could be Peder Solheim's year. Oh, Gorkola's run slightly wide. Gorkola's made a comment, I believe, in the chat last night saying that he should be moved up to Prem. But I think he's kind of backed off here. He's maxing out 7th gear. So that's a choice of his or not. No, he's going to pit.
Yeah, a few drivers have actually even made comments in the chat. Oh, I almost got to the wall in the pit lane. A few drivers making comments actually in the chat saying, reminding drivers to stay to the left, to stay to the right, going to pit lane. We saw it last night in GP3. Drivers cutting across people's noses to go into pit lane, not realising that they had to stay to the right of the pit lane barrier, the solid white line. So we're not sure.
To finish his lap. Sorry, mate.
Yep.
It's not been the cleaner. It's not been unclean. It's just been a bit twitchy though. I don't think he's got the right setup because I think his time reflects that. Gamey's a very quick driver, but I think he's just got a very twitchy setup, to be honest. And if he started, he's only got one set of supers. If he goes for a second lap, I wouldn't really want to start my race on 2 lap old super softs.
Has invalidated his lap 4 times now. He has. And he's on
it's
a new
very
set of
easy track to invalidate. Lee now is about to start his lap, I think.
Lee, who's obviously... no, he's going to end it. 2 tenths down. Here we go. What can he do?
He's not used to any ERS, so... Goes faster than C-Paz do.
What can Lee get up to later on in his Red Bull? So right now, championship contenders all the way up at the top, and the defending champions finally apparently found some speeders in McLaren this season.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think the McLarens, they probably have the strongest lineup on paper. No offense to any other, I don't know whether you agree, JB, but I think on paper they have the possibly the strongest lineup, and I think their qualifying times reflect that so far.
I think they do. It'd be interesting to see Ram. I think running wide again. Yeah, he has invalidated that time because he was running wide a lot. And he goes P17 still. Come on, Red Bull says Ollie. Yeah, Oliver. Last night we saw Pro Oliver get his first podium as well. So we had a day of first podiums in GP3. C Fazli gaining one, who has joined us tonight, and Pro Oliver. Whoa, Mers getting very wrong. That might just be a penalty for diving into pit lane. I'm not sure. The stewards will take a look at that. But yes, Oliver, who got a podium in the Red Bull, Lee now saying that he wanted his car for this event. I don't know if he's got it, to be completely honest.
Lee now's struggling. It's kind of strange. I wasn't going to make an analogy, but I think it was a bit mean. Because I don't think you mind the guy. Not Lee, the driver I was going to make fun of. I was going to call Lee now Pierre Gasly, so I'm not a huge Pierre Gasly fan, but I think you are. So I'll keep my...
Pierre's a bit of a... I like Pierre more than I like Max, for many reasons I won't go into too much.
I like Max. He's better than Lewis Hamilton.
I mean, someone's got to. Someone's got to like Max. But so...
It's better. He's much better than Lewis Hamilton.
We will not get into this on stream, because last time we did, you pulled my lederhosen and I had a wedgie for 3 weeks. I'm not doing it again.
You weren't wearing lederhosen last time.
What was I wearing last time that you pulled my pants in?
Just a regular suit, I thought. Was it not?
Probably
for some reason you wore a suit. No, for some reason you wore a suit.
I wear a suit to certain events. That's the thing. I'm an ex Red Bull driver. I've got to wear lederhosen sometimes.
But Festa's but started his lap on the Ultra Soft. I think his original lap was also on the Ultra Soft. What can that Alfa Romeo Sauber do Can he put that car on pole? He has to, really, I think. I mean, you don't really want to be in the mid-pack on that first corner, JB. It's lethal. We saw it yesterday in GP3. I was lucky enough to avoid it all. I was parting the sea, essentially.
There was an issue
just by
off a
avoiding
line in GP3. I don't know what happened. A Renault just speared into someone else. That has yet to be investigated on screen. A Renault following God colours on stream. See what the what.
Barth is about to start his lap on the super softs. This could be a really good one.
He's in a comfortable position. He's got to only improve by less than a thousandth to get less than a couple of thousandths to get up there into the P10 as God colours pulls into pit lane. Few drivers really are struggling tonight. Here's Steve Pasley.
Well, Steve Pasley, you know, he's a guy that does nothing to prove tonight. Had a good race yesterday. Currently at the back here, but that's expected,
he's a
really.
Chap, isn't he?
No,
yeah,
he's leaving us as well at the end of the season.
I think he's leaving racing altogether on this game. I think he's off transitioning to another place. We will attempt to, as the season goes on, to find out where he is off racing. Maybe he'll join me over in touring cars. Who knows?
I thought he was moving to the Netherlands. I thought that was what was happening.
Yeah, that might be it. Probably is.
So he's no longer going to be able to join the travelling circuit, which is F1. But Steve Pasley,
that's a good lap. It's a very good lap. It's P9.
That is a smashing lap, and he overtakes Favre, which is the most important thing.
Speaking of Favre, he's 4 tenths down. That kick of oversteer might have just done it. But he's crossing the line now. It's P4 for Favre.
That's a strong time.
That is what's called a response to Alex.
Still not pole though, is it? Have you got pole yet this season, Favre? I don't think so. Have I?
A strong driver. We saw as Yarn decides to play a game as well. There's lots of drivers there going quickly. I don't know. There's questions. There's questions I want to have, but you know I won't mention that. Where's Smelly Badger pulling into pit lane?
One question I want to ask is: can Ramavage actually set a lap here? He's been struggling with invalidation all night long, all afternoon long, I should say. It's a sunny afternoon.
We'll follow on board with him now.
He's a solid driver. We'll see if he invalidates it at this point. Where is he struggling? Now, he won't invalidate it there, putting up the best exit, though, overall. But, we can definitely get a point on the board and probably go inside the top 10, really.
Ram has struggled to adapt to the 2018 cars as he's drifted through the corner quite heavily. Ramavad, obviously season 1 classic champion, so me and Ram sharing a crown. At one point, me and Ram sharing a cockpit in a way. We were both teammates in the Red Bull here in SFR. He was a good guy, and now we've swapped roles sort of. He used to do commentary for SFR, and now I'm commentating with me, and now I'm commentating over him.
I thought you were about to say he used to be a good guy and now he's no longer a good guy. So what was he?
No, he's a lovely chap. He truly is, Peter.
He seems to be a. So it might be here where he loses it. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Yep.
A big kick there.
Struggling with that corner.
You want to go through as fast as possible, but can we see it is going to go? P17 still. No. He's running out of time.
He doesn't really want to be doing one more. And actually, this is a lappy.
He might have
validated it there.
Mike Bundy throwing his hat into the ring here into P2.
T. Jonas has said I'm going to go on the Ultra Source. So T. Jonas may have got the instruction by Mercedes to change it up. Same with Festa and Yarum have also set to go on Ultras. So will Pittersolheim and Mike Bundy react? I'm looking at fitted, mate, not best.
Yeah, well, I was just looking at that. I was going to say Yarum setting his best tyres on the Supersoft tyres. I wouldn't want to go out, would you? If you had that as Z3. C3 even tries to get it wrong as well.
It depends. Whether you could be looking at the stream and seeing God Collins go second, all that was about that come under our nose.
There are a list of drivers here that are too quick.
The top 4, Yarm's out. Pedersen's surely got to follow. Yarm's surely got. Pedersen's surely got to follow. Along with now Fefster, Farth, T. Jonas, mate. Pedersen needs to react. Needs to.
Like Bundy, looking obviously, into the McLaren garage now, there is no movement from neither of the Norwegians.
Well, yeah, it's just about enough time. He's set to go out. Whether he's just timing it, you know, it's a very short lap, so you can come out right at the last second. There is, Pedersen's out the door.
Bit of trouble though going on with Ram. He has pulled into pit lane. Mike Bundy is on a recharge lap. It looks like he's going for it once more in his Mercedes. But God Colours on his way in. Yeah, God Colours on his way in now.
So God Colours has done all he can do, but it's definitely a strong climb. But Lee now, not the best performance from Lee tonight.
Good evening, Connor. How are you? As
Peder
Solheim retires in Sector 2.
Oh, I'm gonna. That's him done. He's just gonna start on the super soft, which could be an advantage.
Lee now going deep. Lee now, who runs...
How do you lose it there? How did Peder Solheim lose it there?
I can't see him right now, so you'll have to tell me where he lost it.
It was like going on to the second DRS straight, but like middle way down the straight. I'm very confused.
Oh, you can hit the grass on the outside, and it can spear you across because if you're running no traction.
Can Lee now get up here? Farth is also on the arms, but Lee now here will be the first person to come across the line. Whether they'll get another go at it, and then they'll try to another chunk of the. See, Jonas is retired. It's been absolutely there for the McLarens. Just as he was saying, you're having a good.
We're going to move on to my old team, Red Bull. What can they do? He's run wide. Lee now, DRS open, pushing as hard as he can, crossing the line. He goes P10.
That's a lot better. Yeah, he can go. Yeah, he does have time for another go.
And that's it. That means his teammate is out of qualifying. No, his teammate pulling into pit lane.
Yarum, can he improve on his time? No, he's given up. So we know that.
Davey thinks he's round in the final corner into the barriers. Renault bits flying everywhere as he's made contact with a Haas. And he's out of the session. As the Haas gained any penalty.
Fester can't improve. What can Farth do? He's the only person that can challenge now. And I genuinely would love to see Farth on pole. Can he improve by 7 tenths?
He's still on a lap,
it's going to be difficult. Yeah, but Farth had to give up. Oh no.
Lee's down a little bit on his time. What can Lee do? He's up now on his time. It's not going to be much to get him somewhere, but it's going to move him up the grid. But it looks like Yaron right now is on pole position. No, he's putting into pit lane.
He's run out of fuel.
The 26 car is on pole position tonight, and that is Yarum in the Williams, ahead of God Colours in P2 and Mike Bundy, finally showing his cards in GP2 and P3.
Do you think that was strategy? I feel sorry for God Colours, T. Jonas and Fester. They have started the Ultrasofts here. Can they pull the one-stop off? It will be very interesting.
It'll be interesting to see if they can fight through, because they've got to get past these guys first, haven't they? It should be pretty easy, but then they've got to manage the tyres. But
it's going to be difficult. Can Farth finish the race? Probably not.
Let's have a look at this. By 1/10 of a second, Yarum is in P1 ahead of God Colours in P2, Mike Bundy in P3, Peder Solheim in P4, Fester is in P5, T. Jones in P6, Farfret in P7, Cattle in P8, didn't speak about him all qualifying session, Electrodyne is in P9, and Lee now managing P10. Outside of the top 10, and with 3 tyre choices, Z3 in P11, C-Pansy in P12, Gannick in P13, Game Things in P14 after making a mistake at the final corner, Smelly Badger in P15, Himcarl in P16, Mers in P17, and both Haas is struggling there as Ramavaj finishes P18, starting at the back of the grid.
Gunther made a new signing and hasn't seemed to pull it off after I bribed Gunther to get you off GP2.
That's why I'm back talking about Red Bull. I'm going back to my roots as a Red Bull driver.
Because Gunther is...
Ooh,
it's dark. It's dark.
Did the
Ultrasoft runners make the right call? It'll be interesting to see. Don't know. I think if everyone starts on Super Sauce, we know that rain could be on the way. If they don't, interestingly, some of the spectators have their coats and hoods up. I don't know what that's coded in the game, so if it's wet.
Lee has just said it's a dry race, though. From race director Lee now, we just said we've been informed it is a dry race.
Excellent. I'll be back in 2 seconds, mate.
Okie dokie. So now you have to deal with my voice all on my own. So yes, it's going to be really interesting what we got here. I know GJ can pull it off. 1 lap from Twan. Yeah, that is possible. Twan, it should be nice. Where are you, Twan? You're meant to be in that Force India. I'm lonely. I need the person to be the conscience on. If you're watching this on past broadcast, yes, I am using Twan as normal. Yes, so as we get ready to head over to the formation lap, as I went through several different actions to just that one question, let's run through the drivers we have as we head on to the formation lap. Yaron driving away in his Williams in P1 as I get all of his setup. That's position changes. ahead of God Colours in P2. Mike Bundy in P3 and Pedal Solheim in P4. Fester in P5 and G. Johnson in P6. Farfra is in P7. Cator is in P8. Electro Dan is in P9. Lee Nell runs out the top 10 in P10. Outside of the top 10, average free charge choices Z3 in P11, C. Pasley in P12, Ganic is in P13, Game of Things in P14, Smelly Badger is in P15. Him Carl is in P16, and then come the Hasses, Mers in P17, and Ramavage all the way down in P18.
Mate, the ones to watch for me Electro Dan and Smelly Badger. Those guys going to go the longest. Can that be to their advantage, or will it hinder them? We'll find out as the race goes on.
I've just been reinformed that Twan, the reason he's not here tonight in GP2 is because he has wheel issues. His wheel has decided to pack up and leave him, because why wouldn't it? No, I'm kidding. He is driving a Force India, so maybe he couldn't afford it for a while. Did Stroll not pay for your steering wheel, right? As I find out, I've got a spot on my toe. How?
Would have thought Mr. Stroll would have paid for that one.
It is sort of a big bit. Do you reckon he just gives them like Allen wrenches and says, right, steer the car with these? To save money.
Yeah, possibly.
Now onto the grid now. Oh, I'm so excited for this race. It looks dark, it's threatening. It could rain. We've been told it's a dry race, but you know, it's Codemasters, anything can happen.
Ow!
What have you done this time?
I just ripped this like a plaster off, and it really hurt.
Well, who are you going to be looking at in the top 10, mate?
I'm gonna be looking just inside the top 10. I'm gonna be looking at Electro Dan and Sauce. I want to see how it start runs.
Alright, so we're on board with Yaron right now, waiting for those lights to come on. As soon as those lights turn on, we're going to head back over to the broadcast camera. There are the lights, and here we are to 5 red lights here at Austria for GP2. The lights are out and the drivers are away now. It's a good start from God Colours in P2, and Meaty getting off the line well on his ultra tires, challenging Yaron into P1. Can he do it? Is he going to hang it down inside? There's contact, and Yaron loses it off the lead, and now God Colours into P1. Everyone else has been very well behaved as they go down the list. See Patsy's position, but Yarob on the run back up to turn 3. He's on his way in, and he's going to try and do it. And Mike Bundy in the pits, getting passed by Pedal Solheim. There is contact, and Mike Bundy staying ahead though. Fefster into P4.
Fourth is round! Fourth is
out. Z3 is out. No. Big collision.
Fourth isn't out. He's just round.
Farf is still going. God Colours dropping down into P2. Yarum forcing him round. No safety car deployed.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make fun of Farf. That was just very unfortunate for the Renault driver.
Yarum now stretching his gap to a 4/10 gap as best he can, but God Colours is hunting. He wants to pass the Williams as quickly as he can.
Well, yeah, because he's on the Ultros, mate. If he wants to make that one stop, being in the dirty air of a car is not going to help that tyre wear, as I almost dropped my controller. But interestingly, voice crack. If I was put this on, I'd let T. Jonas through, because you're going to hinder your teammate. You know. But here, speaking of Pedasol, I thought about moving Festa, which made Festa go wide. Then that wasn't a malicious move. That was just being smart from Pedasol, I find. Now he's going to go around the outside. He's going to go up the inside, but it'll turn to the outside, kind of this corner. And this braking is very difficult. T. Jonas almost goes around the Alfa Romeo as well. Electro Dan's done a very good start. I'll quickly have a look at the position change. The best one so far is Mers, and unfortunately, and I'm not joking. Electro
Dan down the inside of T. Jonas, knocking him a little bit as he passes it now. Lee now actually passing T. Jonas after he was knocked a little bit off the circuit. Do excuse me.
I was saying that unfortunately, and it's not just taking the make Farth has dropped down 10 positions because the instant stuff. I'm not even going to take the make. It was just very unfortunate. I've been there this around here the circuit. I can't always take the make. But T. Jonas looks very punchy here with Lee now. The ultra soft run has not worked out for T. Jonas.
We saw these two battling for the championship last year, and now we're going to battle once more here in GP2. DRS has been enabled, and it's about to get a whole lot more fun here in Austria.
Austria's always a fun race here, but if you lead out, you also kind of want to get past Electro Dan as well. Because Electro Dan is on the soft tyre, and he's going to go a lot longer here. Can he get entirely now? He almost does it! With a bit of a dive bomb there though, so he kind of backs out.
Cator has been passed by
T. Jonas.
Cator fighting C. Pasley. No, Cator passing Ganic, sorry.
Yep. Oh god, the McLaren T. Jonas also into the back of me now. But Electro Dan is on an absolute rampage right now, mate.
What is Fester doing with his lines? Just swang across the track madly.
I'll tell you what, mate. The big loser here has been the McLaren of T. Jonas.
Farfra on the back of his teammate, any call from Gunther Steiner saying, let me through. Fester, a 3-second time penalty and multiple runners. Gaming things very wise, heading on to the final corner.
Wait, is Farfra not at the back for you?
No, Farfra is at the back.
You just said Farfra on the back of his teammate, and I got very confused.
No, I said Ramavad, sorry. Going through several names. I'm blonde as well as stupid today. So now Mers is on the attack, trying to pass Gamey. Gamey, who seems to be struggling with his track more and more.
Electro down in Fester side by side, trying to cut you off. Ooh, oh, I think Fester might have been back. You know, Lee now is sitting back and enjoying this. Electro down, unfortunately, got the DRS, but can Fester go up the inside through here? He's not going to do it.
Lee considering going up the inside of Fester as well in all of that.
Well, Lee needs to get a move on, you know, on the super softs. He's probably racing the likes of Electro Dan. So these guys
Ram Danny inside of his teammate, trying to make it obvious that he wants to pass his teammate. It isn't happening. Mers is not letting him through.
Well, good to say, you know, this is just for battle for position, so why would he, you know, why would he tell them to get out of the way? I think this is good for the Haas boys, but Farfra is on the move.
Through now. The call has been received from Mers and the American teammates swapping positions.
How do you think he finds that though, as a driver? You know, you're only battling for position, and now you've lost the position here. But here comes Gamey on the inside of C. Pasley. Not happening yet though. But right
very
now,
wide for Gamey. He does well to control that car.
Lee now on Fester.
Yeah, trying to find him. Where is he? There he is. Lee now down the inside. He makes mistakes in this corner last season in the Toro Rosso, but this time Red Bull showing that he's better. Showing why he was promoted to the big boy team.
Unfortunately though, Fester has also got DRS here, but I think the Ultrasofts are almost at the end of their lifetime as it begins to brighten up here around the Red Bull ring.
Yeah, Spielberg lighting up as the cars power through. And they're Fester on the inside.
Fester and Lee now. Fester and Lee now.
This is a good. Let's go these rounds. And that really was down to Fester just hanging it around the outside of a corner that will pinch off.
Unfortunately, Fester.
Very well done though to not get in the way.
I'm happy for Lee as well that they didn't hinder Lee's race all too much. Got colours though. Still on the back of your arm, and you tell you what, every lap he gets closer and closer by the tiniest margins.
T. Jonas under pressure from Cator. I think the Ultrasoft tyres are gone already. See Pasley, a little wiggle on his rear end as well. And Farfra, a 3-second time penalty. Take us through what's happening with Cator quickly.
Need to find him, hang on, there he is. Oh, T. Jonas back on the inside! That was a desperation move there from the McLaren there, but again, the desperation is a huge thing with the Ultrasofts added down in P8. That's not where he would have wanted to be.
Z3 saying not the best race he wanted. Yeah, mate. Can you tell us what happened there? Obviously, provided that it's not down to swearing. But if you're comfortable mentioning that, obviously any inquiries that
Gamey and C. Pasley, mate. Gamey and C. Pasley as Cator goes off the circuit. Oh, big dust cloud there. This could come down to the end of the. You know, I thought for a second that he lost it completely, but he's going to become. Oh, is there some lead out with the Ferrari of Ganek? I want to say that's his name.
Yeah,
side by side. But T. Jonas now
aggressively making a move. I think who else is aggressive? No, he's letting through. Lee letting Ganek through. Unfortunately, though, he's let T. Jonas through as well. And T. Jonas standing inside, courtesy for Lee being a gentleman driver. And Lee now is going to be cursing that now, going, for Christ's sake, why do I have to be nice?
Yeah, I don't think he had to let go. No, I think that was a mistake from Lee. I don't think he was letting Ganek through.
Standing inside for Lee now. And he has made it stick so far. Ganek losing the rear end. This is going to get fun. Oh, there is a bash there between the McLaren and the Red Bull. These two old rivals. This is from last season's hatred of each other coming back. And Danny inside his lead now. He has made a mistake. There is another contact there as T. Jonas not letting enough. And here comes Cator round the outside.
We've seen these guys go from the side through here. It doesn't work. Cator goes around. We've said, I don't know whether he saw what happened to Fester, but unfortunately, again, you know, I think it was a smart. God, collars are so close to your arm.
The gap is closing everywhere around.
Mike Bundy and Peter Solheim.
Whoa! What happened there? Ram overtaking someone off track. Ram literally, it looks like he skirted round his gaming things. He's getting the better run and running one tyre on the grass. It has worked, and I think it was all legal.
Speaking about a run here, T. Jonas is he doesn't seem to.
Oh, no, not! She is championship leader, not championship leader, previous champion is out of the race. And that is a bad day goes worse.
Why do I commentate? I just ruined people's races. I was just going to talk about how he wanted that position back, but he didn't get it.
Ganek has passed, Lee has passed Ganek once more. Sorry to interrupt you. We'll run through what happened to Harry the second. There'll be a comment, I think, in a minute.
I'm sorry to interrupt you as well, but these ultra softs are dead. Lap 7, God Collars is skirting around the circuit. Going to the pit to make do two stop.
Down the inside of Himcar. Himcar skirting on the grass. But it seems that Farfar is able to make the move. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, mate, the ultra softs are dead. I think we'll see God Collars come in sooner rather than later.
Two
stop around here is not so bad. It's not so bad, I don't think, personally. I didn't go for it, obviously. I went for the super softs and quali, but I have tried it. T. Jonas has left the session. Not his day today, but you can see Phil Solheim in the background, you know.
Rammed down the inside of Castor, and it has worked.
These guys, Mike Bundy and Peter Solheim, they're in this still, man. They are very much in this.
This race can go anyway. I still think that someone outside of the top 10 that started outside the top 10 can still win this Grand Prix. It really is going to get interesting as it goes on. Do excuse me, I need a sip of my coffee. Oh, there's contact between Mers and Smelly Badger. Smelly Badger letting off the throttle a little bit, maybe to let Mers through, or maybe it's just down to the fact that he had no traction on his soft tyres.
Speaking of Smelly and Mers, oh, he's going to go for it. Mers kind of left the space there. Obviously, there was nothing doing.
Whoa!
Yeah, God Collars just losing time after losing time. Will we see God Collars peel in? I think so. He's in low. Yeah, God Collars is in, mate. No, he's not. That's me just assuming.
This pit lane's really difficult anyway, so.
But yeah, sooner rather than later, he's going to become victim to the McLaren. He's certainly going for the one stop. He's going to have to wait till lap 12. That's the earliest you can really go in, I find. But if he loses the back end, he's got to be worried that he doesn't actually lose the car completely. Liddell, though, as they can get a top 5, he's very close.
SFR is clearly showing a good bit of entertaining as always here in Austria. Oh, Mers is off!
Mate,
okay, come on. Main rule of SFR is retiring a car in the pit lane. Mers just retiring off track, on track.
No, Smelly Badger and Steve Pasley. Steve Pasley kind of assisted Smelly. Smelly lost it, and Steve Pasley going to go up the right way, but Steve Pasley will take his position on circuit.
No, he's not.
No, he won't.
He's going to try it now. The Irishman looking at it, and Smelly Badger holding it around the outside. I had a nice chat with him the other day.
All I'm saying, look how close Peter Solheim has got to God Collars.
Well, keep looking, because he's setting up for a move here. This is the McLaren.
At this point, you might as well go it.
Look, that rear end's unstable. He's weaving everywhere because that rear end has got no traction whatsoever. This time he's going to go round the outside, try and tease the Red Bull sponsor car. Look at that!
No, he won't defend. But however, didn't get the best back end, and now will Collars become victim to Mike Bundy?
Not yet.
It's going to be difficult.
One more lap for Mike Bundy. Remember, Collars, he's not going to give it up.
I'm just saying, it might by the end of the straight, mate. It's just. Collars, he could come in this lap, but he's gonna have to nurse those soft tyres home. Fester is in after 10. Sure, yeah, that's gonna be too early, I think.
Ram, this time with Ram. Oh, we have Steve Pasley out of the race in sector 1 and 2. He must have done it exactly the same.
Farth has done something. Steve Pasley's saying something. Hopefully it's him nothing rather than on the go. But Steve Pasley, not the day.
Come on, race is everywhere right now.
Look at God Collars and Mike Bundy! Is this going to block God Collars from going to the pits, mate? I don't know. God Collars going to stay?
Yeah, God Collars pulling into pit lane now. No, he's not. He's staying out, but he just has no traction. He's going to fall foul to his teammate in a minute, but right now, here comes Ram trying to go around the outside. Right, Danny, he's been forced off the track, though, by Ganek as he tried not to hit the Ferrari. The Ferrari going wide in turn, and now Ram's going to go back on the hunt with his Hastily car.
Tell you what, there's been a nice little recovery drive from Farth. He's in the pits after 10 laps.
I have to say, though, I have to do it. because it's been brewing in my head for the last about 10 minutes. The fact that the Hasselite looks a bit of a hassle.
No, I tell you what, mate.
Gaming down the inside of Cator. Cator has been bumped off the circuit. Actually, that's the wrong character. There we go. And now Cator has dropped down another position.
Interestingly, Farth is running a 2-stop.
Is he now? Ooh. Now that could play into his own if there is a safety car later on, which is a strong possibility.
Look how gingerly God Colours is going around. He's got to come in this lap. He's lost 1.7 seconds.
Well, it is lap 12. We might see what can he do. He is looking at pit lane. There is pit lane.
He's in.
Ram once again on attack.
It's not viable. If I was Electro down, I'd come for super softs, not hold the stint out to ultras. But you can see Pensacola, probably the fastest car on the circuit at the moment.
Well, round of down the inside of Ganek at T1. It has paid off, and the Hassely Haas has made it smooth stick.
All I'm saying is that here comes Ganek. Even with the DRS, Ganek's faster. Not really getting the space as well.
A little bit of movement there in the braking zone, wasn't there?
A bit of squeeze there. I don't think the Ferrari's going to be all too pleased. But this time though, I think it's going to be a bit too much of a harder deal here for Ram to defend.
Down the inside comes Ganek aggressively.
That was an angry move there from Ganek. And, you know, and obviously we don't want that, but you can
need to calm down. There's always going to be contact if they're not careful.
Comes across his nose there.
I think for me it looked like Ram was holding his line and Ganek was sort of trying to find his way round.
On my screen, Ram kind of went sideways, but
Ganek's made a mistake and he's dropped down.
Tell you what, God Colours struggling to warm up his tyres. Him, Carl was right there, but Pedersen though. Pedersen is off.
Where is he? He's in the barrier exactly where his teammate was. Stop mentioning drivers' names. And that is damage, and now McLaren's day goes from bad to ever so slightly worse. He's still in the race, unlike his teammate.
Yeah, he's got damage though. He can obviously make the softs last. Can he get on the circuit though? Very weird place, but McLaren's lost it in the same position on circuit. We now can they get that top 5 now here? I mean, obviously you know, Farthburg goes fastest. Good job. I'm so surprised because he's trash, but
wow, on stream.
Here comes Gamey
on the inside of Castle. That was from a long way back as well, wasn't it? But he has made it
side by side through here. It was Cator and I think another driver on the opposite side. They're going to do it.
Oh, it's bumping. Well. It's all right though. Cator getting the better run. He has forced Gamey slightly wide, but I think it's all within track limits. Now Gamey has to give up as Yaron pulls into pit lane. Oh, really? We don't want to see it here. We're not going to see it here, are we? We're going to see it here. Danny's icon Gamey things. And he's forced to force India way wide. The racing point drops down. And then a bigger contact and Gamey things has been taken out. And that's just a mistake. And at least, look at that. Cator at least waiting for him. Because that's fair, I think, on Cator's side of things. He caused that, but he waited. So I think the stewards might take a...
Smelly Badger on God Colours. Sorry to cut you off, mate.
It's alright, lag.
It's also who's got new softs on. It's not as fast as his sister team with 12. I don't know who.
Trying to work out who was lagging for a second.
Pedersen and Farth on exit with Pedersen.
This time, Farth has got to make the move stick on the McLaren.
He's running a 2-stop.
Look at that!
Beautiful move.
He's got DRS as well. He's just got to keep moving as far in this race. As Cator and Gavey are continuing their little battle here, but Gavey's got no front wing. So I don't know how Cator's struggling to stay behind. As Gavey is driving a mega bus around the circuit right now.
I think Mike Bundy pulls into pit lane. I think Cator's actually been quite polite and not wanting to overtake it. Oh god, everyone's in! Something's happened where everybody is being
Cator's had to go
in.
wide. I think Cator's also got wing damage. I think that might be the reason.
There was a major incident there, and I think that's probably going to go to Stewards, as always. And then Gamey things and Cator.
I don't know who would get in trouble, because Gamey caused the initial incident. And Cator came on circuit, and I think Gamey was trying to wait for him, I think it just went all wrong.
It will be looked at.
All I'm saying is I don't want to give him my 2 cents, because obviously I don't get to make the choices here. So I can say whatever I please.
Alright guys, I'm going to ask you just to leave the formation lap talk in the chat. to a minimum, just because that's happened now, and formation car doesn't impact as much on the race as everyone's hoped. Pensolo round the outside of Farfra.
Oh, lucky for Farfra, it
back over.
seems.
Oh, that's a big slap there.
McLaren can't get a day off today, can they?
No, I don't think Mercedes are doing well either.
Mate, I just want to say, look how good my boys are doing.
Toro Rosso driver sat next to me. I was lucky enough not to go through the Toro Rosso program. I just got moved straight to Red Bull, so you know. I mean,
lucky. You get to meet the horrible Christian Horner, but that's just my opinion of the book.
I think he's a word which I will not utter on stream. Gokula, though, fastest man on track.
You think he's a pillock?
No, I think he's a door. And follow after the sentence.
You think he's a You think he's a door?
What do doors have? It's like Pictionary.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was like, what word you try? You're a door. I was like, what are you going for? Got colours though on the arm. This was the initial.
More pressingly though, here comes Peder Solheim, who's annoyed with the Cyril Invincible team of Renault. He's annoyed with their engine supplier, and he's trying to get his way through. And Farfra just can't catch a break today. He moves from one battle to another one, and here comes the Norwegian trying to go round the outside of the Renault.
Norwegian with DRS here, but Farf smart. However, Pedersen goes deep, which just invites Farf to come back at him. Here we go, don't go side by side to here, boys, please.
Renault versus McLaren. Woo!
Oh,
Pedersen slow. He's running in wide. He's basically trying to NASCAR him there. Going, get out of the way.
I'll tell you what, Pedersen's very slow to the corners, it seems.
I think those tyres haven't scrubbed up the temperature yet.
Me neither, but Farfeg like skirts the rears, but Farf now with DRS, surely going to be another foregone conclusion. This will be a race line battle, mate.
Linel fighting Ram, and Ram makes it stick, sorry.
But Linel is using a hot lap here because he knows that Ram didn't get DRS either, but neither did Linel.
Here comes Farfra.
Here comes Linel, but Linel. Oh, contact!
We won't let
damage on Linel.
Oh no, the day goes worse for Lee. But we're not going to let Alex talk about what's happening on stream right now because here comes Farfra. So they go around and down the inside of the McLaren side by side as they're running down towards the corner, and Farfra just hustling the McLaren saying, "No, my line," and he has taken it. What a drive there from two experienced drivers.
Inside line was the line to go on, and look how slow. But no, I didn't even think it is because I'm slow in the corners because he lost a good bit of ground.
Smelly Badger's rear end is slipping.
Not taking the right lines, but I'm going to quickly change to Mike Bundy.
Mike Bundy punching now, and he's going to go down the inside of Smelly Badger. I think that's going to be a foregone conclusion due to the fact that Smelly Badger's rear end is not enjoying itself, but he got a better run up the corner actually than Bundy.
Lino and Ram.
Battle for the ages right here between two old-style SFR drivers. And then once more, Farfra dropping behind Peder Solheim. And God Colours finally in a way to challenge Yarum.
Peder Solheim's on my side once again. This is so difficult to commentate. I suppose Solheim goes deep, which allows Farfra to get the better on. He's going to have DRS as well. What are we going to see here?
Nino trying to make a move on Ram. He's trying to find a mode. He hasn't managed to, but here we go. Back onto the McLaren versus Renault.
Peder Solheim. This is ridiculous to commentate.
He's gone very deep, but Peder Solheim strolling past him. And Electro Dan
comes into the pits. Where will he come out? As Fast there, loose at the back end. Is Fast super soft almost on the end of their lifespan?
He has cooked them massively as Cattle's on the back of Gamey still.
Will Electro Dan
Cattle down the inside of Gamey things. Oh, there's bigger content and Cattle's round this time. Those two are not friends.
No. This is getting a bit silly between these two.
I don't think it's intentional either. I think he's just done luck between everyone.
And now Linel and Ram, are they going to get involved? Farfra and Peder Solheim.
Well, I'll do you one better. Back. God Colours on the back of Yarum. Trying, hoping as Ram losing a position to Lee. That Red Bull engine with the Renault inside it is not performing to how Lee wants it. He wants that Honda engine, doesn't he?
Yeah, but then again though, I think it's no offense to Lee, but Pro Oliver made it last night. So maybe it's something to do with setup.
It might be down to practice time as well, because Lee said he didn't have time to practice for much longer. I mean, personally, I know me and Lee have been spending a lot of time over in Japan testing the Super Formula cars out. So it might be down to him.
As Ramavad and
adapting to
Lee
the
now,
game.
speaking of the bloke, look how close Ram's getting to the rear of that Red Bull.
Run heavily on the curve there.
1.9 seconds back, goes fast.
Lee just can't catch a break. Trying his absolute hardest.
Smelly's in. I think we'll see Fast coming sooner rather than later. Has Fast got damage?
It's likely. Ravavaj, though, moving around the track. I don't think that's down to weaving, though. Thefts are getting a time penalty, and Lee now is now on the back foot.
On Yarum. He's closer than he's ever been before.
Yarum's just quick everywhere.
Yeah, but so's got Collins, though, mate. Electro Dan, though, is going to be the fastest guy on the circuit. Don't count him out today. He's on super softs. He's got a bit on last. He's gone in quite prematurely. 15 laps might be a bit too long.
I have been attempting to find the time to answer your question, Jordan. Do apologise for that. Depending on what day it is, I might be.
When I round the outside and hit the back of Ram, more wing damage on the Red Bull.
I give up trying to answer questions. Just take us through what's happening with God Colours, will you, mate? It's all right.
It's kind of God Colours coming down the sweeping last corner now. He didn't get the preferred exit, but he's in overtake mode, and he's got DRS here, but there's no way he can overtake into turn 1. But now, this new DRS added for this season, can that help him? As we got to this corner, Electro Dance is fast lap, yeah, I told you, watch out for him. Here he comes, up the inside.
Oh, he throttled him out the way! But he had no traction! Was there contact there?
There was.
There was? I'm getting lagged on God Colours. I'm getting lagged with someone.
I know the God Colours weaving, so he's clearly not happy with the arm.
Lee now wanting his top 5.
And unfortunately, Ramavad is out of fuel. He's low on it. As fast as goes backwards and backwards.
I didn't get any pre-season testing time in that car either, so Ram is a much more capable driver in that Haas than I am. And Lee is trying to hold it down the inside this time. He's trying to make the move stick, but he just cannot make it stick. Lee not being... I think Lee's being plenty aggressive, but he's not being as aggressive as Ram is.
Has God Colours got damage, or...?
Oh, look at him. He is dropping back. Doesn't look like there's any damage on that very complex front wing.
He dropped back a second just due to the contact there. So, I don't know whether he's just very annoying.
He is on older tyres, so his tyres might be starting to give up a little bit.
2 laps, that's not going to be that much of a gap, mate.
We saw them go to lap 23 last night, and that...
Ram loses to the back end. Sorry, mate. Ram loses to the back end, and then he's going to be... Linell's going to be catching him like there's no tomorrow, as you see down the back straight, because Ram just had a terrible exit. Linell's going to stick it up the inside, and that's spooked Ram a little bit, but Pedersen's right behind these guys. This is really entertaining to watch, because Ram took some time out from racing because he was studies in Hungary, versus Lee, who has not stopped for 4 seasons. And this shows how talented Ram really is to be able to do this and come back. Yeah, it's a very good race for Ram. As they go side by side to here, no, he doesn't know more, I didn't know more. For Lee earlier. What's going to happen as they go? Lee's going to give him the space. Good job by Lee. Excuse me as I went boy soprano there. But look at God Colours, he's catching the Yarum like mad. I don't know what Yarum's done, but there was a second this time last lap, it's now 3/10. And Ram penalty. God Colours has a lot more ERS as the Yarum again parking the bus on the corner. He had maybe he broke too much then. That is possible in these cars to break way too much. As if he comes on the outside. God Colours trying. God Colours, yeah, he's got to. He's on the older tyres. He's so slow on the apex, though. Yarum is. You see that? Gareth this time on the back of Farf, though, trying to go around the outside. Farf trying to come back in it. The 90 car versus 15. 15 forced off. Isn't that funny that you and Farf are in the same number? Oh, are we? Yeah. Both on number 15. I didn't know I was 15. I picked a random number. Could have been 13. Sorry. 13 was retired. Oh, wow. No, I'm kidding. 13 wasn't retired. That should be fast number for this season. As here we go. Again, God Colours ridiculously close to the back of Yarm. Why? I don't know what Yarum's doing, but that is starting to get a little bit questionable on the apexes going so slow. Well, yeah, I don't get it. We'll find out here.
Let's have a look. He's got to eat. He's missed his braking zone, and God Colours has to run now. What can the Toro Rosso do?
I'm sorry, but I love you say deep. As if we go side by side.
I am deep. Down the inside goes God Colours. We're on board with Yaram now, and for once we may have. Oh no! Without that little bit of oversteer, God Colours would have had the lead, but Yaram has dropped down. Peter Solheim dropping behind Lienel as well.
Well, Lienel here, we can see the top 5 within his reach here, and always God Colours. I'm going to check penalties back because I don't know what's going on. Yaram doesn't have one. God Colours has 2. So God Colours really needs to get a move on now.
Lienel under pressure from Peter Solheim, Norwegian driver trying to get past the Red Bull. Is it going to happen?
Yeah, because the McLaren just has. Oh, it's going to go down here.
Oh, he's letting through. Is Lee pitting? No, he's got no wing.
Says no. I think he just said I don't want any part of that. Thank you very much.
Well, who wants to be part of it? Here's God Colours down the inside. And he squeezed Yaram like Vettel did to Hamilton, and he has made the move stick to change for the lead here in Austria.
The Williams has DRS, as Electro Dan and Mike Bundy as well. We're looking for a double Toro Rosso podium today, and I do think it could be the Toro Rosso Electro Dan that gets the win today, mate. He's on the super softs. But again, here I don't want to see these guys
Oh, God Colours almost
side by side to here.
right.
Oh no.
There's still a gap there. You can park a bus in that gap. Come on, boys, get closer. Whoa, that's how close you want to get. God Colours almost taking off the front wing of the Williams.
What a race this has been.
Most definitely has. We've still got 11 laps to go.
Yeah, but if God Colours is running a much better strategy, Yaram's got no ERS to deploy, whereas God Colours can just fly away.
I really hope that Electro Dan gets on the podium now, because I just thought of a really funny joke. As God Colours gets another time penalty, solidifying the fact that he will not be getting this win.
Essentially. But the one man that can is Electro Dan.
I hope he gets on the podium, because I really want to make this joke, and I don't want to mention it, as Farfra goes wide and Rauva's getting another time penalty in P5.
Lienel as well, getting penalised. Seriously, falls. I don't know whether he does have wing damage.
I think if he does have damage, Farfra is in the pit lane.
Ultra for 9, that's going to be difficult, but he's going to give it his best.
Well, we saw it last night with Connor Satchel, didn't we?
And how did that happen? How did that end up?
Connor Satchel spinning out and losing his podium last night to see Pasley.
God Colours, so he's doing enough here. He's probably been the better driver today, and he slowly begins to build a gap to Yarm. But my only issues with that is that
Yarm penalty. That's 6, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 3 for Yarm.
Is it?
But 9 for God Colours. Yeah.
Oh, the 26 car looking nice and comfortable. But he is pushing. If he's going to get penalties, he's pushing, isn't he? Festa, though, sporting another penalty as his own. 4 retirements in the Grand Prix tonight. C. Pasley, Mers, and T. Jonas, and Z3, who did not make it to the checker flag. More may be coming, who knows?
All I'm going to say is just that if God Colours can just keep the gap building and building, he can eke out 6 seconds.
It's difficult, though. That's the thing. His tyres are starting to wear. And a late safety car would kill him.
2 laps, but the safety car would kill him. But you never know. All I'm saying is, mate, is that he needs to get his head down now, start to eke out a gap.
Speaking of trying to get his head down, here's Lienel trying as hard as to get past Peter Solheim as Ram starts to lose the rear end. It's clearly like a class race right now, isn't it?
Yep.
You got the top 4 in a class of their own. You got the last guys on their own, then you got a 10-second gap after the top 10. Due to a few guys getting a little bit more punchy. But both Renaults running a formation in 12th and 13th. They're looking like they're struggling tonight, aren't they?
Yes, they do. All I'm going to say is that Electro Dan is lapping in the 1 minute 7s. Yarm is lapping in the 1 minute.
Ooh, considering.
Yarm is getting caught by a couple cents a lap here. My Bundy is staying consistent with Electro Dan though here. So if Electro Dan gets onto the back, and Mike Bundy joins him.
Yarm down the inside of God Colours, making a move for the lead, and God Colours running up on the grass to try and get it back. And Farfra spotting a new fastest lap award.
Well, he's got to take him, Carl, and Smelly Badger. Can still get a good couple of points today. Thought though, here on him, Carl, for P11. Century, job done. Look at that. But he's got no ERS, so I think he did just go for the fastest lap there and was like, oh, almost, and he got that. But no, mate, for me, I think Electro Dan is still the favourite, without question. Look how he is within 4 seconds now. It's
very lucky that his teammate's ahead and he's slowing down Yarum, because he won't have any qualms trying to pass his teammate because of his teammate having penalties. He can just go, right, look, you've got penalties, I haven't, get out of the way. But down the inside comes gold colours.
Actually, all it is 6/10 for Electro Dan, and he's actually got the win because he's not got a penalty yet.
It's going to get interesting now, and Ram getting another fine penalty. We'll be seeing black flags might be coming up due to penalties in a minute. With gold colours trying to make it move down the inside of Yarum, baby. Yarum showing that he's more confident right now. And Taylor Solheim on the inside of Ram.
What I'm saying is Lee now is very much in this as well.
Here we go, they're squeezing! Oh, that was a really dangerous move from Ram.
There was some carbon fibre off the Taylor Solheim. And Lee now is thinking, do I get involved? Do I wait? What do I do?
I think
Ram and Pedestal.
Arguably, that's down to Ram causing a collision, if you ask me there.
I didn't see it, mate, but all I saw was carbon fibre fly off of that papaya orange McLaren. But Lee now is well within this one. But speaking of people that are well within this, because of the battling, Electro Dan's catching like a house on fire right now.
But his tyre's going to make it to the end. We have 4 laps to go. It's my Bundy time penalty.
If the Ultrasofts could make it to lap 14, which they did in the GP3 race at one point, they can make it. So
Lee now with a time penalty as well.
Time penalties galore here for Lee tonight, but as I was saying earlier on in the race, it's so easy. As Lee now is so close to
run, look at that.
He sends it up the inside here, and unfortunately just doesn't really get the run. But he's gonna. I think Ram here could be in trouble. He's a sitting duck. But Lee now's going to take out the inside and put us all high.
3 teams I've tested for at SFR here in the battle. I tested with McLaren before I got my first drive with the Force India team. And Peter Solheim dropping down a position. Lee now gaining a position who I drove in Red Bull and Haas who I drove in Season 2.
I think I realised why Gold Collars... I think I realised why Gold Collars has fallen back a little bit over the recent laps. Look at his ERS compared to Yarn.
He's attacking. He's going to go attacking now, isn't he?
This is his strategy here. Obviously, he doesn't know the penalty situation.
You can ask. You can always ask Jeff. Employed by SFR, we don't pay him much, so he doesn't do much. But the brake marker board has disappeared. The 100-meter marker board. That's going to really impact drivers like Lee who run no racing line.
Yep. Without question, it is. But I feel like at this point in the race, you're kind of getting into a groove.
Smelly Badger, he's on the back of Festa. We're trying to get into a group, but we just can't. So much action here tonight.
Here comes the Red Bull. His teammates had a very good race, but Smelly Badger, can he score a couple points today? He's in the position too. Good job there. It's not that far of the road.
Got too much of a good thing on traction and ended up dropping and ended up kissing the back of the Red Bull. We like the Aston Martin sign, yes, but you know, I wouldn't kiss it, would you? Especially after all the flies that are going to be at the back of that wing.
Nope. However, Gold Collars now within the lead of the race.
It's so interesting. This battle is carrying on. Lee Nell, I think, is the fastest driver right now in the top 5, top 6 even.
Electro Dan though is winning the race here, so that's job done.
Speaking of Electro Dan's teammate, here we go down the inside. Wing on tyre. Oh, it got more dangerous than me in a strip club, and got colours almost making contact with the back of Yarum.
Is that PG enough?
I don't mind. There was a strip club in Shazam, so it's okay. Sector 3, there is yellow flags. I'm not sure who it is.
It's fourth! Oh yes, it's fourth again.
I promise, guys, he's really not biased. He's actually good friends with Farth. But Lee trying to make it round the outside of Ram. These two battling has gone on through all the seasons of SFR. And this time, Lee now looks to be trying to go on top and prove that he is a good driver compared to Ram.
They're going side by side. They're here. No, Lee's like, no thank you, Ram. No, thank you.
He's got no traction out there, though, and he's going to drop down a few positions. And Peter Solheim is on his way back. He's thinking, right, McLaren power.
Look at this battle though between Yarm and God Collars. I think obviously God Collars, he would love to still win it on circuit. Look at Yarm though. Yarm is essentially a sitting duck now here. He's running overtake mode. But
Sector 3, Ganic is out in the middle of a track. That might be a late safety car, but Ganic is out. 1 second, there is no safety car deployed, so we will not have a safety car. I just switched on him, and he might have made contact with Fefster or Smelly Badger, but he is out.
Lee and Ram, I know God Collars is going to go for the lead here, but this could be a more...
Whoa!
Oh, Ram! Oh!
I just switched onto him just as that happened. That may be a questionable brake check there. DRS opening on Lee Nell, and he hunts to try and go round the outside. The drivers are reminded to record all the footage.
He's in hot lap. He's just not happy as Lee.
There's contact! He's locked up and he's got into him.
Ram is trying to stick it, you know.
Lee's going to hold it around the inside. He's had enough of this battle with Ram. He's had enough of seeing the Haas. He's Haas enough of seeing it, and now he's going to go for it. Ram's got no rear end grip.
Yeah. No, he just snaps the back end.
Ram likes to run a slippy car, though. He's always liked a slippy car.
Farth can still score a point today, which is the best he's done all season, which sounds ridiculous, but then again, though, he is one of the most trashed drivers on the planet.
I think he struggled to adapt to that Renault car mainly, but penultimate lap has begun here in SFR. Now Ram, once more, hunting after Linell for P5. Linell wants a P5 after qualifying in P10. Who's got the penalty zone?
Get a top 5. No, I don't want to look, mate. I'm going to kind of keep this one to myself. I just want to kind of find out at the end. You can tell by the armor damage, though, because, well, he's just fallen back. Ram's got no fuel.
Ram is getting very silly with the overtakes of the bit. Himcar dropping another position to... no, he's not. He's gaining back the position from Farfra. Farfra on attack, trying to get his way into the top 10. He wants the points. He wants to come home in the points this time. And I think he's going to have it soon. Himcar's tires starting to run out. And look at that.
Himcar had a terrible run. Farfra, done. Job done.
Well, not yet. He's still got a braking zone to go. I think he's, Farfra giving the Williams a little bit of a squeeze. Farfra used to drive the win. God Colours, it's round, it's sector 3. The win will be handed to... Oh, he's lost the podium. Silence from the Toro Rosso teammate in my ears.
He's got a puncher. He's got a puncher. I can hear some rattling.
That is it. Right rear tyre has blown on God Colours' car. He has a flat tyre. And the radio comes alight as Liddell is on turf for a P4 here as he destroys a sign. God Colours out of the way.
He does have a punch, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Right rear.
The right rear. Oh.
That was mad. I wonder how far Yaram is away from it.
You know, the Yaram's going to come round. It's the final lap. It's been Yaram's race from start to finish, really. He's led most of the race. He's got close to retire.
At the end of the race.
P9. But Yaram will come to the final corner right now to take the win on circuit. But unfortunately, the man that will dethrone him will be Electro Dan today. Mike Bundy will follow home in P3.
My joke is going to stand, and I can't wait to make it. Raoul's getting another time penalty on the final couple of corners. So Linnell comes home in a record 4th place here in Austria.
And Ram, tell you what, Panasar. So, there we go. Good job there from Linnell. I feel like I'm a predictor, mate, because I genuinely said to Linnell we could easily get a top 5 today, and it wasn't easy, but you know, Farth still will come round. Now let's give Farth a slow clap for him finally scoring points in the 4th round.
Radio message comes on from the Red Bull team. Lead out to team. I beat Ram, everyone. I've done it.
Oh, he gets dethroned. Game, he didn't score a point.
Oh no. Farfra unable to score points here due to his teammates stealing it from him. But here he is, God Colours P1, not God Colours, so Electro Dan P1. What a run for Toro Rosso.
I'm just so happy that Farfra still hasn't scored points after 4 rounds.
He doesn't mean that. He really is. He does like Farf. So there he is on pole. On pole.
Toro Rosso, where they deserve to be. They are the best team in F1. No, but in all seriousness, good job by Electro today, just kept it clean. with good race by Festo as well. Some moves that will be questioning from some drivers. But as well, Mike Bundy, a very lovely bloke. I haven't raced with him ever before, but I've talked to him in a podium interview once. He's a very lovely guy. So that's what I have to say about Mike Bundy, but good race. But look at the penalties. Is Electric Dan the only one not to get one?
Let's run through this because Electric Dan is in P1 ahead of Yaram in P2. Mike Bundy started where he finished in P3. That's our podium. Lidl in P4, record there from starting in P10. And the Pedestal home in P4. Ram in P6, sorry. Smelly Badger is in P7. Fester in P8. Carl in P9. Game Things taking the final point from his teammates. The drivers outside of the top 10 scoring no points was Farfra in P11, Cator in P12. Then here come the drivers that didn't finish the race. God Colours, Ganick, Pasley, Mers, T. Jonas, and Z3 did not make it into the end of the race. But how entertaining was that race?
10 out of 10. That's the first 10 out of 10 of the season, I think.
That was absolutely fantastic. The only thing we were missing there was rain and the safety car.
And Farf not scoring points. Yeah, and Farf scoring points.
All right, let's get the 3 podium sitters in. And if you don't mind, mate, because I have a joke, I want to take over the podium. Yeah, you can ask questions, of course. If it doesn't result to Farfra, obviously.
Yeah, let's just ask how...
Disappointment he is with the Renault. He's having Daniel Ricciardo's season right now. Where is
he in the
Dan?
Is he in the chat?
Farf? I don't know, to be completely honest. Now,
I'm going to send Farf a quick PM.
Alright, so we're just waiting to see if any of the drivers will join us into the commentary box. That was absolutely fantastic. I've had a lot of messages from my friends there. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this race. Speaking of enjoying this race, here comes Bundy.
It's Bundy.
Here to destroy us, as always. Okay, Mike, just to check, mate, is your voice set to share?
The race winner has also joined.
Happy days. Dan, is your voice set to share? I am giggling just as a joke I've made up through commentary.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Good. We'll just wait to see if Yaron will join us. Shall wait and see. Can't do podium chat, he says. Okay, that's fine. So we'll start with you, Mike Bundy. Mike, is this your first podium of the season? No. Is it?
No, Australia.
No, it's not. Australia, yes. It's been a while. For 3 weeks. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, it was a good race. I was quite happy with 4th. Considering the last 2 races, I was just quite happy to get some points, or some decent points anyway. So
take us through that. You're happy with 4th, and now you're in 3rd. I mean, isn't that a plus?
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting it, especially on the last lap. I don't really know what happened to God Colours. I just saw him
rear right puncher.
spun at the last corner.
So his tyre blew right at the end.
Oh well, that's just really unlucky on the last lap. So, but that's racing.
So, everything went right for you. You said you were happy with P4. Champagne tastes nicer.
Yeah. I'm still kind of like surprised that I actually got 3rd, considering I wasn't expecting it. So, yeah, I've not really got much else to say. To be honest, it was quite a boring race for me.
Just one more from me.
I was mainly just watching people in front of me battle.
One more question from me is: we're going to Paul Ricard in France next. Are you looking forward to hopefully get your first win in season 4 here?
Well, we'll see. There's a lot more quicker people than last season, so well, I'll see. So
right.
Okay.
So, Alex, any questions for Mr. Bundy?
Yeah, this is the first race in the next grid, next calendar. And is there any circuits you're looking forward to? And is there any circuits you wished on there that weren't?
One that I'm looking forward to is Japan. JB knows how much I love Japan.
What's your name? Brake check.
And one track that I wish that was on the calendar that's now not is Monaco, just because it's Monaco.
Well, yeah, JB doesn't like Monaco, so...
The comms box is wrong. For some reason, Bernie decided to build the commentary box underwater, so I can't actually see any of the racing. I have like a periscope and I have to follow all the drivers. Alright, so congratulations to... That's complete rubbish, by the way. That isn't how the commentary box is in Monaco. But, congratulations to Mike Bundy in P3. Surprised and rather stunned for getting P3. So, I have one glaring question to Electro Dan, and none of you are going to get it, but Electro Dan.
Yes.
Does Electro Dan dream of electric sheep?
Electro what?
Dream of electric sheep? Has no one here seen Total Recall?
No.
Oh, crap, why do I bother? Okay, so Dan, you didn't win on track.
Hang on. That's the entire reason you want to take over the interview.
Yes.
To say a Total Recall joke.
No, yeah, does Electro Dan sleep with electric sheep?
Sleep. Does he sleep with electric sheep?
No, sleep of electro sleep. Sleep of electric.
You've lost
unconscious swines are
lost your mind.
Yeah, I never had it, mate. I lost it somewhere in Australia when Mike took it from me.
You lost it when Far lost his driving skill.
We need to stop. The Drivers Association is going to be on me in a minute. So Dan, you didn't win on track, but are you glad to have won here at the Red Bull Ring? I mean, Red Bull is your primary sponsor in your car.
Ah, yeah. Very unexpected, because as of starting ninth, I thought maybe P5 was probably the best I could do. But then I saw a bunch crash out like Pedersen, which I think was sort of lucky for me. And then bloody God Colours told me over the radio that he had penalties, and so did Johan. So I just played it safe from then.
I mean, you said you started P9. Do you think it could have gone any better that race, or are you just happy with how that played out anyway?
Yeah, I was happy with fifth, to be honest, even getting third. I was happy with that. But then I saw I was catching those two, and then they had penalties, so it made it a lot easier for me.
Well, going on to France next week, are you excited to heading to Paul Ricard?
Yeah, I think it's one of my favourite tracks, so I hope I can do as good as I did then.
I like him. Well. We can keep him because he likes Paul Ricard. He's probably the only person left that does like Paul Ricard.
I don't mind Paul Ricard.
Oh, well, we know why you don't mind Paul Ricard, because you had all those girls there last time. We'll hand you over to Alex, and we'll leave that question until next week. So, Alex, any questions for our winner tonight?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So, as you said, that Jeff, you said that you knew about the, you told you about the penalties, so that was going to be our first question. Were you aware? But, you kind of answered that. Second question is, obviously, good result for the Drivers' Championship. Do you see yourself as possibly a title contender this season?
I don't know. I think I've got a chance. Probably a very slim one, because I think God Colours has got probably the best chance between me and him as teammates. But I think I've got a chance in it, yeah.
Excellent. And also, well, JB's talked about Paul Ricard, but do you think you can get anywhere close around the French circuit?
Yeah, I think I'm hoping for a podium at least, because it's one of my favourite tracks to do, and should be a good race.
All right, mate. Well, congratulations to the pair of you.
Cheers.
And yeah, have a good week off, and good luck for next week.
Yeah.
Well, as we say goodbye to the podium, it's Mike Bundy off to get his very surprising champagne, and Electro Dan to find his electro sheep. That joke is going to carry on forever.
No,
as we said,
it doesn't make sense.
It does make sense. It's a book. At the end of the race, we both agreed that this was a 10 out of 10 race. Do you still stand by that after talking to the podium scissors?
No, because you made a terrible joke. So
leave my jokes alone.
No, but genuinely, apart JB's jokes aside, meanwhile, I think I've got to give it a 10, especially because Fast made the mistakes. So, that was extra sweet.
I'm going to have words with the Driver Association so that they don't crucify me.
If they were watching the streams, they would know it's a Mickey.
Well, I'd like to say that Farfar is hopefully going to be joining me on Console GP3, so hopefully he can curse you another time, like you've done it so many times.
I'm leaving.
All right, so Alex, you're off to Cardiff tomorrow, but will you be joining us in the chat to have a look at the Premier stream, or are you going to be off drinking?
Well, no, because I'm not old enough to drink. But I won't be watching, unfortunately. I'll be hanging out with friends, which is what the entire weekend's about. So sorry
There's
to
such
the
a thing as
drivers.
friends? We're gamers.
No
We're not meant to have
disrespect.
friends.
Well, JB, don't know what to say.
On that note, let's leave you to it. Well, thank you, Alex, for joining us for commentary here in GP2, not through, GP2. There we go. Get it right.
The Grand Prix drive-through championships.
How drunk am I?
You can order them at McDonald's the fastest. Oh, the few fast food retailers are available, as you would say.
All right, congratulations to all of our purchasers. Thank you for joining us, Alex, on commentary.
No worries, that's all, mate. Anytime. See you guys next week on track and in comms.
Yes, we will see Alex next time. If you want to follow what Alex is up to, well, there's a stalking app that you can look at.
Follow me on Twitter.
We're not going to plug your Twitter yet, but
wow.
Yes, we'll see you. We'll see you all tomorrow, where I'll be joined by Twan on commentary. Hopefully he's had a nice time to rest his voice and his wheel is not going to impact on his commentary. We will see you tomorrow for the final leg of our Austrian journey here in SFR before we all pack up and head over to Paul Ricard. So my name is JB.
Hang on, this is a pre-warning. You might want to warn Mr. Twan that you are wearing lederhosen.
I'm not sleeping in the comms box tonight. I'm coming back to the hotel room. So I'll take the lederhosen off. Because tomorrow I'm wearing a kilt, so I have to change.
Why are you wearing a kilt?
Because I want to. All right, so my name is Jamie, and thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be seeing you next time for SFR Season 4. Thank you, Alex, once more for joining us, and we'll see you next time for Premiere. Ta-ra, folks!